After many days of detaining Sowore in Kuje prison, he is now being released, and he is released alongside with other protesters. Now, it was said that both Sowore and Mazi Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer and others were released. Thank God for that. But there is something Sowore said in this video. That is what I want you to hear. Just watch this.
We've just been released from illegal, unjust, unwarranted, and inhuman detention by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, orchestrated by his illegal IGP Kayode Egbetokun. And we are heading home, hopefully. In fact, I was supposed to be heading to Lagos for a protest for tomorrow. We are still checking on the flight, if there's any flight tonight.
But have you seen the warning from the Lagos State government?
You know, they can warn themselves, they can't warn me. You can't warn me about my rights.
Yes.
They are the ones who have to warn themselves about their responsibilities. So it wasn't going to stop me. It is not the first time people who are paid to protect have become very likely responsible and warning people not to exercise their rights. So you can't warn me about my rights.
Okay, now in the build-up to the protest, the police had actually issued a warning, and they said you contravened that warning by entering into the restricted zone, which was why the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu was also arrested.
The lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu is here, but before he speaks, I'm not a lawyer, but what I know is that if a court gives an order and there's a contravention of that order, you go back to the same court to complain to the judge. It's not the job of police to take it upon itself to be enforcing court orders that it had interest in. But even if they don't have interest in it, there was a court order issued by a judge saying don't go to certain areas. If you want to review the order, you go back to the court. If you want to complain that the orders were violated, you go back to the court. Absolutely. So the police, being an irresponsible organization in Nigeria, took laws into its hand. And I can guarantee you that those court orders were never served on us. If you look at the Schedule 3 of the court order, it says serve them by Friday. So no court order was served on us. But assuming it was served on us, even our courts understand that there are certain areas or boundaries you cannot cross when it comes to fundamental human rights.
Okay, it's been alleged that the reason why you spent a long time in detention was because you called Egbetokun a useless IGP.
No, is it not useless? Yeah.
Well, it's not a lie.
Okay, so what's your word to, in terms of the justice system, seeing what played out when you were beaten and manhandled in the court?
It's not the first time they will do that. You must have seen a plethora of police attacks on me. Since 1992, some of the police who attacked me had to fight for their retirement benefits a few weeks ago. So it's to also tell the police that are doing it now that they will soon meet their Waterloo. There's no question about that. But most importantly, our goal is to fix the country. We can't be going after small issues, including individuals. The country we want to fix, that's what is on our plate. Not this individual police. I cannot be banding words, for instance, with the police PRO, who I know doesn't know his left from his right. I can't be banding words with the IGP, who I know is no longer in the police force. And you cannot be IGP if you are not in the police force. And they understand it. That's why they lose their mind. So I have been through about 7 presidents in my lifetime since probably more now, since 1992. Several police IGPs, and some of them I've had to help in the course of some of them I had to assist where they were even still serving.
Yes.
So these are not issues that bothers me a lot. Anybody who is doing what we do knows that your second vacation home is prison.
100%.
The service chiefs, I need you to comment on that.
The service chiefs, let me tell you, I was the first to complain about that one who says he wanted to fence Nigeria, Musa. That one doesn't know his left from his right, but he's still even better than Egbetokun. Egbetokun should have been fired if Tinubu were to be serious. But, you know, I'm not an advisor to the president, and I particularly don't care what Tinubu does with his illegitimate regime, honestly. So
Barrister Aloy, please, we would like like you to share your experience, considering the fact that we're actually living in denial, thinking you'll be released on the day you were arrested. And what has this experience actually taught you?
Well, this experience is traumatic. Quite speaking honestly, it's traumatic for me. It's traumatic for my colleagues, everybody. If you say it isn't, then you are in denial. Traumatic in the sense of the manner of the arrest. It was very brutal, too confrontational. People who were cooperating with the police were being shoved around, being beaten up. Some of them sustained injuries. Tear gas canisters were deployed directly at most of us. Two had impact on me, and in fact, if we didn't have strong lungs, some of us would have given up the ghost on the spot. I don't think that type of brutality has a place in a well-ordered modern society. This is the type of thing that we need to do away with in Nigeria. Even at the police headquarters, CID Gariki command, they deployed canisters, several canisters of tear gas, just to get us to bundle us into vehicles that will take us to abattoir. You didn't need to do that because we were already under your control. So that's something that is abhorrible and should be condemned by all and sundry. It is not good. It's unlawful. It's brigandage, and it is executive rascality in high places.
While you were in detention, Mazin Amdekano actually let go of his defense team. Now, we are starting to hear that he's saying there's no case submission. What is your take? Considering the fact that, okay, you are also among those defending, and this even led you to be sent to the court.
Where the protest was directed, let me make this clear. The protest was directed against the presidency, not against the judiciary. You know, there are things that come first. If the presidency or the executive branch of government does not put you up for trial, no court has the authority to initiate prosecution against you. So it's a question of where to place the blame. I've noticed a lot of understanding as if we are protesting against the court. No, the court didn't initiate it. The presidency did. The attorney general did. So if the presidency or the executive branch says Nnamdi Kanu's case should no longer be prosecuted, the court will have nothing to try. Exactly. This is our point. So those people saying, Nnamdi Kanu is on trial and we are interfering with judiciary, contempt of court, blah, blah, blah. No, come on. That's complete misunderstanding of the situation. Yes. It is Tinubu we wanted to talk to. You don't have any business prosecuting a man that has done nothing wrong. Yes. And a man you brought into the country under situation that offended humanity, international law, and even Nigerian law. Yes. You don't have a business putting him up for trial. So withdraw. Under Section 174, I think, of the Constitution, he can direct the Attorney General to do a nolle prosequi. It was done for Sowore here, right? It has been done in history for a whole lot of people. The presidency or the executive branch or the attorney general can say, we are no longer interested in the case, and that's the end of it. That was the purpose of the protest.
Yes. And I was the organizer, by the way.
He initiated it?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Kingdom, in all of this drama that played out, I think about 5 days back till now, what's your own stance?
Well, my own arrest, is so traumatic. My own is a situation where the IG himself has become the chief terrorist of the Federation. And, they say power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Because his regime was illegally, the Police Act was illegally amended, and to have him as an absolute IG, that is why you see him exercising absolute power. So I was arrested while I was addressing the media. I was live on News Central and Arise Television and a couple of other media organizations, and I was addressing the media with respect to the protest and the reason why in Nigeria I think that there should be justice for all of us, all Nigerians, no matter where you come from, whether you are Igbo man, you are Yoruba man, you are Hausa man, and was very vocal, and I was very point blank to say that Nnamdi Kanu was being held because he's an Igbo man. And I gave instances of where the former governor of Kaduna State accused the National Security Advisor that he is the one paying bandits, supplying them drugs, paying them salary. I mean, Malam Nuhu Rubado, and nobody has said anything reasonable about it. So I was vocal to tell the powers that be in Nigeria to stop this politics of insecurity and politics of security, and to stop victimizing people from the southeast of Nigeria, because you are an Igbo man, you are so vulnerable. So I was addressing the press when I was picked up, and of course that was Tako. The order given by the court was the purported order was that protesters shouldn't get to National Assembly 3 arm zone. I was picked up at Utako while addressing the press. So I want to know, I'm asking you, gentlemen of the press, when did addressing the press constitute an offense in this country? That is what the illegal IG would tell me. Now that I'm out of this illegal, brutal detention, I will take him to court, to pay for damages, So when did addressing the press become an offense in this country? I was addressing gentlemen of the press with respect to the illegality, the unconstitutionality, the criminality going on in Nigeria. And I'm saying that in this country, every citizen should be treated equally, no matter where you come from. If you're an Igbo man, you should be treated as a Nigerian. That I refuse to live in a country where I will be subjected to second-class citizens, and I will always live by it. So the illegal IGP will still tell me in court when it becomes an offense, to address the press in this country. That was the only offense I committed. Thank you.
I hope you heard what Sowore said in this video. What do you have to say concerning his release and the speech he made? But I want to say, thanks be to God for his release and also for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kalu's lawyer, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. I am very happy because he is now being released. So, drop your own opinion in the comment section. For more news and updates like this, subscribe. See you in my next upload, and bye for now.